Why has Peter Obi not debunked such a useless lie that somebody is lying with his name? It shows a leader that cannot even defend the truth or defend people who have even worked for him. These are the kind of problems that Peter Obi has, attracting even street urchins, classless street urchins. So we buy you there. I saw another classless street urchin of the cookie. So cookie level, cookie. All those rabies infested, dogs that anything you do because they are ill-bred, they are very ill-mannered, ill-tempered street urchins. It's a kind of follower that he's attracting now. Okay, we buy you there. What was that? What's so we buy you there? I don't know what it is. But please, can you imagine a society that other leaders are attracting distinguished people? The people you are attracting are street urchins of the people that fabricate things that are non-existing. Please, there is nothing wrong whatsoever in lobbying for any political post if you're a politician. So if I lobbied for any, I'll be bold enough to say I lobbied for this post. Not a crime. What is wrong with it? Liars. Let them continue following their kind of leader that they are just. And to come back, insisting that our diversity would be respected. I'll tell you something that you may have not known. Part of the reason that Atiku and Peter had not been president before now is insistence on respecting our diversity. In 2007, when he contested for the president, he refused to choose a fellow Muslim to be his vice. He refused to choose Bola Tinubu to be his vice because he said, as far as Nigeria is concerned, it must be Muslim Christian ticket. In 2015, when Buhari won in the primary election, Buhari was contemplating to choose a fellow Muslim. Buhari went to Atiku to ask for Atiku's support after the primary. Atiku told him, I will support you on one condition: you cannot choose a fellow Muslim to run. And Buhari, it was tough for him because he knew the commitment. Then after a while, he came and gave his assurance to Atiku, and Atiku supported Buhari. So, because he is exposed.
This is a trending video of Kenneth Okonkwo. This interview, I want you to take your time, settle down, listen to the interview, what he said on this video, how he destroyed or insulted Catch Onanuju and Peter Obi, calling them liars. That even the obedient or Peter Obi is now attracting street urchins. That he does not. In fact, a lot of things he said on this video, very irritating himself. So I want you to settle down, listen to this interview, what he said concerning this interview. You know, when he left Labour Party, Catch Onanuju granted an interview saying that Kenneth Okonkwo left for Atiku. He has been dollarized because he was lobbying for national publicity because the party couldn't give it to him at that time. Now, Kenneth Okonkwo is trying to let us know that being a presidential spokesman, the position is already higher than a national publicity of the party. That he wouldn't do that. How would he bring himself too low? That Onanuju lie. Even calling him names, he cannot even imagine. And even what he said about Peter Obi. I want you to settle down, listen to this short interview, and leave your honest opinion. If this is how to go about it, and what do you think? Please, let's watch. Don't forget, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be your guy, run for me now.
Onanuju said you left the Labour Party after Peter Obi denied their request for National Publicity Secretary position. According to him, you lobbied for it. How true is that?
In all honesty, at times it's not necessary answering back to people that you know that are sick. A lot of people do not understand that the so-called Catch Onanuju is now suffering from a degenerative mental disease that is age. This disease will make you to fabricate something that is non-existent and postulate it as if it is a fact. Now, let's look at it this way. First of all, I have never had any meeting in my life between Peter Obi, Catch Onanuju, and myself. Never. Even a lot of journalists are really of low IQ. Anyway, with the advent of this social media and everybody's now claiming to be a journalist, I wonder why they did not even ask him, please, were you there with Peter Obi when Kenneth Okonkwo ever lobbied him for any office? Because I have never lobbied Peter Obi for any office whatsoever. So I wonder what brought such fabrication. But I understand because, like I told you, I am aware that he's suffering from a degenerative. Now, let me ask you, is it not ridiculous? Somebody is already a presidential spokesperson, and you said he went to the same person that he is speaking for to lobby to be a publicity secretary of a failed political party, because he said after the election, not even before the election. He said after the election. Does it make sense Now, who is that person that want to go and lobby the person you're already serving for another post of a lower quality? Let me ask, please, being a presidential spokesperson and being the publicity secretary of a failed political party, which one is greater? No, if you check this government now, which one is higher? And somebody sat down and fabricated something, and people are even listening to him. Okay, now let's even listen to that catch on Andrew interview. In that same interview, he said he was the one who brought Hope Uzodinma to contest for election. Can you imagine a rat like that? An old horse like Hope Uzodinma. Meanwhile, Hope Uzodinma is APC. He said he's still a member of PDP, meaning he was playing double APC, PDP. And he said he works for Peter Obi. That's Labour Party. So, Kajon Onuji alone is with APC, PDP, Labour Party at the same time. And you're listening to such political job. Now, he said Kenneth Okonkwo met them. Met you where? Because you were never, from your own analysis, you were never a member of Labour Party. Met you where? And you can imagine such empty barrel that is making the most noise, saying he was part of it that formed the obedient movement. Can you imagine? He does not even understand what the movement is. Otherwise, he wouldn't even say he was part of the one that formed the obedient movement. Was an organic movement that sprang up on its own, growing up everywhere because of the dissatisfaction of the people against the existing order. And one man that, like I said, that is mentally challenged is coming to tell lies, fabrication. I said I have never had any meeting whatsoever between three of us for life. It never existed. They should have asked him, were you there when Kenneth Okonkwo was lobbying Peter? Have you ever had any meeting whatsoever? Three of you only. But people will just sit down and talk absolute nonsense. But here is the problem. How is it that people are lying with Peter Obi's name, and Peter Obi will hear such a thing publicly and will not react to it and will not call them to order publicly? You can never use me, Kenneth Okonkwo, to lie against Peter Obi, no matter the situation. Once you bring it publicly, because I detest lies. If it is not true, I will come out publicly to debunk it. So why has Peter Obi not debunked such useless lie that somebody is lying with his name? It shows a leader that cannot even defend the truth or defend people who have even worked for him. These are the kind of problems that Peter Obi has, attracting even street urchins, classless street urchins. So we buy you there. I saw another classless street urchin of the cookie. So cookie level, no cookie. All those rabies infested, dogs that anything you do, because they are ill-bred, they are very ill-mannered, ill-tempered street urchins. It's a kind of follower that he's attracting now. Okay, we buy you there. What was that? What's so good we buy you there? I don't know what it is. But this, can you imagine in a society that other leaders are attracting distinguished people? The people you're attracting are street urchins of the people that fabricate things that are non-existing. If there is anybody who is a political chopper, who is eating from both PDP, APC, LP, is Kachonology. So how can I meet somebody in a movement and in a political party that he's not a member? And he confessed, he said that he's still a member of PDP. Is then he's still a serious politician who is still a member of PDP? And then he is coming to call Kenneth Okonkwo unashamedly. Please, there is nothing wrong whatsoever in lobbying for any political post if you're a politician. So if I lobbied for any, I'll be bold enough to say I lobbied for this post. It's not a crime. What is wrong with it? When I left Labour Party, I was bold enough to speak out on the reason that I left Labour Party. I said, look, anarchy is going to come into this party because people who are supposed to take decision have refused to take decision. And since they've refused to take decision, I have no business remaining there, because I don't like to join on serious organizations. I made it public, and by then this level of anarchy has not even come, meaning people now know that I'm saying the truth. So do you think it is giving up being a presidential spokesperson? I gave it up. I didn't have any political party, I didn't have any politician for months, and I said if there's no new arrangement, no new alignment, no new coalition that will give Nigerians alternative and that can give the ruling party a run for their money, I will not be part of 2027. And somebody is saying you went to lobby for publicity secretary of a failed political party. Let me tell you the closest I came to about leadership of Labour Party. there is a member of the House of Representatives, and he's still alive now. During that convention, he came to me. He said, look, if Abure is not going to run, or is not interested in the convention, there are only two persons he's interested in to be the national chairman of Labour Party. He said, you, Kenneth Okonkwo, and he mentioned one other person from the north. And I told him, say, look, if you ever sat down and contemplated Kenneth Okonkwo to be national chairman of Labour Party, then that means you don't even like it to be president. How would it suit that somebody from Southeast will be national chairman, and we want to push another person from the Southeast to be president? I said, don't even mention it again. I said, me, I am going to support a northerner to be national chairman, because that balancing is what's going to suit the candidacy of Ido. He's still alive. So if I rejected even the idea of being a national chairman, then somebody who thinks he wants to trend with the name of Kenneth Okonkwo, to make cheap name, will now come to say that me lobbied for publicity secretary of a failed political party. Even if he's brilliant, he would have even said something that is believable. Because I cannot leave being a presidential spokesperson, which is a higher office, and start lobbying the same person I am speaking for a failed publicity secretary of a failed political party. This is ridiculous. So please, I wouldn't have even loved to reply to this, but if I didn't say anything, people would think maybe there's even a sense in what he was saying. All the journalists that ever repeated nonsense, I regard them as classless, low IQ journalists. They couldn't even ask him certain questions. I don't even need to reply to such a thing, because a lie is standing on its face. So please, I don't normally honestly reply to such liars. Let them continue following their kind of leader that they are just. You will be embarrassed. Look at what's happening in Osun State. Tinubu went to court and obtained the judgment of the Supreme Court that they were going to start transferring the local government money directly to them. 1 year after that, they have not implemented it. The Christian nations are now saying that the Christians are persecuted. The Christians are being slaughtered. And let me tell you, they might not tell you that openly, but it's because of the Muslim ticket. But when they see that Christians are more than 50% of the population, and you're doing Muslim ticket, you will see Christian people saying, no, this one must have been traumatized. That's why people like to come back. That's why they are insisting that our diversity will be respected. I'll tell you something that you may have not known. That's why people like to come back. That's why they are insisting that our diversity will be respected. I'll tell you something that you may have not known. Part of the reason that Atiku Abubakar had not been president before now is the insistence on respecting our diversity. Part of the reason that Atiku Abubakar had not been president before now is the insistence on respecting our diversity.
Wow. Did you listen to that? Kenneth Okonkwo actually said all of this. Wow. You see, I'll start. Somebody, you should not be in a position, or somebody should not accuse you or something when it is only you, between you and God, who knows if you are saying the truth. Now, Dr. Catch Onanuju said what he said. What happens? Reason why you left Labour Party, you decided to speak like that against Peter Obi. And now you are telling us, debunking everything Catch Onanuju said, even calling him names. Political jobbers, he's mad, he's not mentally stable. All those things are not necessary, not important. He never called you all those names, even if he said you have been dollarized by Atiku. He never called you all these names. Do you understand? And now, how do we know if you now telling us the truth, or Catch Onanuju were telling us the truth? Who is going to intervene, tell us the truth, what actually happened? You tell us. They just told us what happened. Dr. Catch told us what also happened. You can disagree and agree with him if it doesn't go well with you, or it may be that he lied against you before you left, because you left the Labour Party then. Anyways, that's not even important. You can say anything you want to say. This is a season, election season, political party. Everybody can say anything they want to say. But again, what I'm saying here, what concerns Peter Obi in this matter? Now the thing is, somebody you once worked for, is it the way to go about it? If you does not find reasons to continue working with him again, if you see reasons to disagree with his view perspective when it comes to politics, if you does not buy into his vision again, is it the way to go about it, speaking against your brother, insulting your brother, not your family brother, but a brother from the same region? All these are not necessary. Calling obedience, or even Obi himself, is attracting street urchins. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. This is not the way to go about it. Why some are saying that it is his view, we should allow him to express his view, while others disagree with you? Your views, we disagree with your views. This is not how to go about it. Do you understand? But anyways, it is your choice, your views. You can do whatever you want to do, say anything you want to say. But somebody you want to work for, you see all these things at the time you work for him. What has changed? Something has changed now. The reasons why people are saying everything they said about you. Reasons. Do you understand? Now look at what you're saying about Atiku. So Atiku suddenly becomes the best. the last now become the best. It's just like what is different from what you are saying now with what Daniel Bwala said, Reno Mokri said about Tinubu, that they are now working for Tinubu. So now it is obvious now, because everybody knows that Reno Mokri is now working for APC, is looking for a position. Daniel Bwala has been able to secure his own appointment. Do you understand? So something is attracting you guys to these people, of which Peter Obi is not ready to give. Peter Obi is not ready to give. Peter Obi is giving based on what he thinks it is important, as far as election is concerned. Do you understand? So if you, that is your own views. You can't change your views, can't change my mind. Do you understand? So what has changed? Now Atiku suddenly becomes the best. Look at what he's saying about Atiku. If Atiku was this good, he believes in diversity, unity, he would have become the president after contesting for 6 times. Now he wants to go for 7 times. What is there? What is in that sort of that Atiku must go and collect? If it was good, he would have been able to defeat all this. Does it mean it is now Atiku suddenly, now he's going older, it is now he now suddenly have this vision, that this vision of inclusivity. He now have this vision not to unite everybody. Meanwhile, 2023 presidential election, he was being tribalistic during his campaign. Yes, he was. But today, table has turned. Do whatever you want to do, but I am very sure Atiku will not, Atiku you are working for today will not be the president of this country, not even in 2027. Till Mama call, Atiku will not be the president of this country. If anybody want to bet it, I can bet any amount. Atiku will not be president of this country. According to Daniel Bwala, will say Atiku is not destined for that to be. But I'm very sure it can't be. Let Atiku surprise Nigerians. Surprise me, surprise Nigeria, to beat everybody to be the president of Nigeria in 2027. Let's watch and see how it's going to happen. If it doesn't work out, then at that time, we'll see where you are going to go. What do you think? Please share this video. And please like, share, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll be your guy runner for me now.